హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇవాళ మనం న్యూస్ చదువుకుందాం. వాయిస్ ఇంకా సౌండ్ లేకుండా. The last 24 hours have been dramatic explosion and essential in the morning and a ceasefire announcement in the evening, that too by US President Donald Trump. And then Pakistan breaching in the ceasefire within the hours. We told you all about that last night. There were drone and projectile blackouts and sirens, a repeat of past few days. India responded promptly. Now we are calling stoppage of fire rather than a ceasefire. Needle said to that board and remain tense. India say Operation Sindoor is still on. What does it mean? A simple words, that is new normal. You fire at us, we fire back. If you behave yourself, we leave you alone. That the sum and substance of that message India gave. The fire may conflict with Pakistan is on. So how does ceasefire came about? What does India agree to it? Were there moderators that moved the needle? Tonight we are bringing you that instant story that India and Pakistan effectively hit a pause button. A story that the world, especially the West is agreed to frame. Donald Trump and United States we have brought the American mediators step in the both side or down. That happen. We government to peace series of event for you. Your story began in April 22nd. Pakistan begged tourists to kill 26 tourists in Kashmir, Pahalgam. India took diplomatic pressure, including the suspension of the Indus Water Treaty. Pakistan had already suspended it in spirit, not hard in the rules. India put this above India global partner. The message constantly carried three terms, and message from India to its global partners it carried three terms: regulating, accountability, and serving justice. India promised the three things, and Indian force began the preparation 2 weeks later. On the night of May 7th, India launched Operation Sindoor. We hit 9 tourists in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. From 1:05 to 1:30 a.m., it was covered in 25 minutes flat. India achieved its military objectives in less than the half an hour. The we did not hide it from the world. India issued a press release. India also reached out Rahul Pindi to tell them this is was forced and measured non-escalation, that only terrorist camps had been hit, not civilians or military targets. But the Pakistan GDMO is direct agreed in military operation. India for Pakistan a clear of right. After launching Operation Sindoor, Pakistan referred to it wanted to escalate, it wanted to respond military, and it did with heavy shell and the border, with drones, swimming and sky and missiles being launched into India's civilian area. Pakistan also tried to take out India's military installation. It failed military and it's won to 2 days. Pakistan lost were mount the The world also called for restraint. The Americans showed no instant of interview. President Donald Trump said two sides will sort it out. The Vice President DD once they what maintained, but then one night of May 9th, the phone started ringing. US Vice President JD Vance called Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He spoke about a quiet, unquiet domestic escalation of a civilian neutral, and Prime Minister Modi told him that India's response will be strong. After that, the battlefield changed. This is early morning, May 10th. Pakistan launched a missile attack on India's base at Ahmedapur. This is north state of Punjab. Pakistan also target Jammu and Kashmir. India respond as promised, swift and decisively. It hit multiple air bases in Pakistan, significantly damaged. Today, the India military response specific the details. It showed satellites images destructions in Pakistan. What the Pakistan military suffered at the hand of the Indian forces, and will show you all these pictures in just a bit. Damage for a moment. Let's go with damage and it tried to Pakistan. Pakistan picked it delayed Washington for help. It wanted to American to call India. Macron Rodin spoke with Pakistan Army Chief General Aswir. Marco Rubin is the US Secretary of State. There are vision of Foreign Minister, and this next call was J.D. Shankar and the Indian Minister of External Affairs. We have learned that Rubin has informed make the first move. Their military would have to call India and ask for a ceasefire. It was a matter for a JDMOS to discuss, not Americans. So around 100 p.m., JDMO reached out and point Pakistan was kept wait for then 2 hours. Finally at 3:35 p.m. on Saturday, on May 10th, 3:35 p.m. India Stand Time, the call happened. Pakistan JDMO quite a ceasefire. Both sides agreed that there won't be an any more attack on land, air, or sea. The ceasefire came into effect at 5 a.m. 5 p.m. The JD agreed speak again on Monday, that is May 12th, that is on story for ceasefire. That is how Pakistan showed peace and asked for ceasefire, which there are already drills holes. So fighters may be paused, but the operation is not. That was a message from the Indian military today. Now just be still, Pakistan targeted. It means that we remain alert and ready. Pakistan violate the pause, we will respond. Both the Navy and Army made the quiet clear today. The Navy continues to be deployed at sea. Their goal is to deter Pakistan for future misadventure on land. The free hand if Pakistan violate the pause action, which bring to a ground situation. Where do things stand? Yesterday night, Pakistan did violation the past. They also sent drones over western frontier. India called out that violation in a late press conversion. So next few days we are going crucial. India and Pakistan military offers I like tomorrow. That hotline conversation will be uniquely watched early today. JD of Air Operation Army. Wise drone a promet right now at outside. I must no chief trumping pure military official, very different from what seen in Pakistan. Plus, an Indian military came armed with proof, not with kind you see on social media or WhatsApp groups. Actually, satellites migrated at Pakistan base, and we will show you all about just a bit. First, listen to overall assessment given by India military. Follow this recently on our airbase. Targets was time to convert some message to our adversary, and therefore a decide was taken to strike where it would hurt. I would like to retain there that we have to capability to target every system at this base and more. However, it was only a measured response to still good wisdom is our advisor to retain from future. Essentially, its response was directed only at military instruments, avoid civilians and collection damage. Make few sentences, leave it for ingression. First, if all quiet and quiety edge to deliver a massive blow to our adventure and we complete domesticate the made front India Navy action in part of escalation ladder missionary which we have worked out amongst three services. This time if Pakistan dare take any action, the Pakistan know it what we are going to do. That all. Now let's come to the advance. Let me pull over a head picture for Madurai Cave, quarter of Lakshur. It is located near the city of Lahore in the Pakistan that provide now you can see point 1 2 3 and you 4 marked on a map. There are four targets in the Air Force. Now look at the after picture. Before and after, all four sites have been destroyed. We do not need satellite picture to confirm this. I am sure we have the group videos from inside the range. Next is Balwapur, again a very important target. This is headquarters of the Jais Muhammad. Again, 4 points were targeted in Bahawapur. One of them have red Noi and can be clearly identified. Again, all four targets were destroyed in Bahalapur. In other words, these were perfect strikes. You use zero in a target, you strike the destroy it. After this, Pakistan and we warned them against escalation. But this is how Pakistan respond, being well up at the familiar with the contextual and incidental nature. Our four adventure and even brought we did Ahmed to reach out the community or strike hard of terror. It too may counterpart in the immediate wake up of Operation Sindhu. The request was described, turned down, I am sorry, with an imitant that we service response was invented and it was offering we are on source prepared. Pakistan then launched an attack on three nights on 7th, 8th and 9th of May. Then on 10th morning, India hit back and hit back hard. Like we said, around 11 bases were targeted in Pakistan. Today, the Indian military produced advice. The first is Brownfield. This is located in an Pakistan aircraft hard in this airfield. You can see the before and after picture clearly and Hardrill is each virtual. Destroyed next is John Abad. Airfield also located in the system provides it is home to the sector of Pakistan F-16s. The Mika jet. Now this is being forward operation base. The Pakistan is also looking at damage. India also hit an aircraft hangar. Once again, satellite picture confirmed the direct hit. You can see that the roof was blown next to on list is Sindhur Pakistan F-16 satellite picture showed damaged runway for idea of that group fighter jet if they run out of the point strike. Next is Ram Yar Khan airfield, a very important target for India force. It was for fact to Rehan Khan was you can see picture to show damage to runway. There also destructed a building that base that not clear what it was. Next is Paw Air Defense Site of in Punjab. Look at before and after image. You can see clearly that the air defense radar have been destroyed. Also in Punjab, fluence the image clearly show the air defense radar destroyed, and finally the Surk base in the point defense provided after the strike. India hit in an aircraft hangar in this base. Clearly, this was a French strike. All of this solid proof of they confirm two things. Number one, we strike hard, but we strike professionally. This image shows that runway and airway defense targets were hit, not emerged area, not civilian site. And number point one and precious type. Number two, it show India's special air capability. We basically hit this Pakistan military site with impunity. Remember, this all air value targeted, but India missile and drone hit them with its multiple hole in Pakistan air defense and Pakistani army. That is also clear response why they issued peace. They saw the India. What about the lose the India side? We have down a few planes number. We would like to draw a guess out here. Okay, I have the number. Okay, and we are getting into the technique detail of it. Established it. So I would like to put a figure loss from their side. We have which we as for the details that would have been how many numbers which platform did we lose. In this at this time I would like to comment on that way because we are still in a command situation, and if I comment on anything it will only advantage. So at this stage, while I can say that we have achieved our objective that we selected and all our pilots are back home. So two pieces of good news here. Down our project pilots are back home safe, and secondly we shot down Pakistan planes, and air forces said that have number in their record that won't relieve like heard the officer. There are limit to what military says, but the big story coming out of this is very serious damage. Americans and offered a ceasefire or asked for a ceasefire for India. For over 2 decades, a single math has shaped every India-Pakistan conflict that Islamabad has nuclear weapon and make it untouched started 1998, and since then Islamabad had one-on-one narrative, a narrative that was created by Lahore Pindi, generated and accepted by the world. It made Pakistan nuclear weapons. They listened to export terrorism to separate state. No matter what Pakistan, they kept bleeding India from 2028 responded with disloyal diplomacy and declared never pilot action, then changed it 2016 after the UN attack set by Project If military, then in 2019 after the Pahalwan attack. India responded that position. India jet domined Pakistan, and now after Pahalgam, India position terrorist will be act of war. Pakistan cannot hide behind the nuclear weapon. Pakistan cannot hide behind the approx. It will have to suffer and consequence of its action. India struck 9 terrorists occupied Pakistan occupied Kashmir, not on their Pakistan did not their nose backfield as India dominated Pakistan air base the mouth of their nuclear shield. Cracked now we been honest, it's a bit of declared rocking. India has no first on first use policy. We won't use our nuclear weapons so far First, so Pakistan were not about weapons. Pakistani nuclear were about deployment India for doing anything at all, retaliate to the prism of nuclear escalation. It was most of strategy vote. Pakistan could outsource of its war or not state actors while claiming innocent and India and rest of the world keep give them a long rash response. But now Prime Minister Modi has called the bluff. You see determines only work than both sides. The international Pakistan is neither red or not law about it has weaponized naturally about it kept training employees it responds to announceability and balance that it some this mythologic of the blamdom you see India condoned 1974 in the President Pakistan agreed Pearl's nuclear weapon and leading the charge at the point the Prime Minister Zuz Ali Khan he even force required this was BH said he was referring to nuclear bomb and Islamic bomb that how Isla Ali and Banu pinch into Muslim world a nuclear umbrella for Muslim but the last decade because let's be clear Pakistan used religion as an instrument for its terror factories it was a dangerous lie and finally it being confluent the nuclear make of it does not mean any bomb in hand of Pakistan is dangerous let alone nuclear bomb punished. India has also shed a voice who are no longer law post occupied by Kashmir. They will have to pay the price of what happened to country whose primary tech it exposed as a bluff. As you know, the Pakistan and the run country, it was army that whole they fought. But at home they will quite powerful and the power do not rest and the power flow. The myth they create the did during this war. One report State Defense Minister Khwaja Asif hitting the nuclear Pakistan to toll support to meet so this time where was Sabhar litic. However, India's diplomatic this month we are always prepared face any equivalent and license therefore violate and theoretical insulin. So whatever has been be done Pakistan will do this time. I am only quiet about what we will do. We have a road map and a plan, and we will follow it declared, and we will follow it to T. Cannot be male, and the world while not quiet when Pakistan fire, India will fire back. That was new normal and may ways directly it was pathologic rhetoric, the terror machine, Pakistan stopped its Sabhal rate. Sometimes fundamental has shifted. India is no longer playing a Pakistan script. Once you call the bluff, the game changes. He say he will willing mediate the issue. He will come. One thing every clear, especially for foreign mediate, foreign political, it conflict. What about Kashmir? The conflict was about terrorists, about punished Pakistan for terror. It Pahalgam with attacks said, let's look at updates. President Donald Trump posted a statement today. Let me quote from that. He said, I will work with both India and Pakistan. If after thousands years a solution can be arrived at convert Kashmir. Now, first, if all this is not thousand years old, that is 1947, even 100 years old. Secondly, India is not interested in Donald Trump's mediate. India source conflict is issued state only in past New Delhi position in Kashmir very clear and unchanged. There is no room between India and Pakistan and be there new only issue to be because they return of Pakistan occupied Kashmir to India that was being India's position and that continues to be India's position. So what is Trump is trying to middle and one reason could be blamed ignorance. He say this conflict is incorrect and all clearly he does not know much about Kashmir. Even his first back then referred another reason is clearly pushed from Pakistan. Their political cannot stop praising Donald Trump. Let me show you Sabah Sharif twice after the ceasefire. Look at first sentence. We thank President Trump for this leadership and role for peace. Clearly, Pakistan is trying to woo him, and frankly, he should not surprise anyone. Take India-Pakistan conflict of the past. It has followed the instead same projectiles. India hit back harder. Pakistan suffered major loss than American pressure. Both sides of Pakistan tried to pressure that was India being Pakistan template. Once the fighters stopped trying to visit, he again let me go back and to Sabah Sharif and Pakistan Prime Minister Mark being in the resolution of issue and Pelgam or that peace and towards stable. This is clear delayed a new beginning, a path to peace and trust. This Sabha Sharif living in the same Pakistan as if now there is flag crew in place. There is again yet Shabazz Sharif call at new beginning. He talks about the I am quieting issue that I have and regional Kashmir. Western leaders won't visit India alone, they would visit both India and Pakistan in the same trip. Recently had changed, India became the global power while Pakistan went to broke. Islamabad is now desperate trying to restore that old requirement. Secondly, that want to recognize Kashmir that went to make a season countries to war and therefore the India should become get involved that is a story they're spinning. Now the true Kashmir is major issue but the conflict was about Kashmir was about Pakistan response tourism. Islamabad is making the attempt withdraw truly and after it visual may be issued India of striking a deal. India diplomat will be have to work every time to set record straight. Kashmir is not table of a globe discussing only Pakistan terror is on the grid. Bye friends.